Beginning of the next work and or school week. Good Monday morning, everybody. I'm meteorologist Austin Onick. Weather from Oz from House Onick in Memphis, Tennessee, keeping you updated on what's going on with Mid-South weather. And as of right now, things are decently quiet, but we will be seeing some changes coming our way thanks to a visitor over the Gulf of Mexico. We'll talk more about what we're looking for there in just a little bit and how it might affect our weather. Plus, we are heading into the second severe weather season part of the year. That's late October through about early to mid-December, where we can get some pretty severe weather around here. If you'd like to be prepared for that, we'll show you what you can do to sign up to become a severe weather spotter, so definitely want to stay tuned for more there. Currently in the Mid-South and beyond, we have nothing showing up in the way of rainfall, to say nothing about severe weather. The radar map above me from Penn State is showing again a little bit more moisture moving its way into southern Arkansas, but not that much immediately at this time, but we will be watching for more activity later. To the tropics, the big weather story of the last couple of weeks, not as many systems marked as of right now. We only have Teddy in mid-ocean, another system that is well out into the Atlantic over by the Azores, and that one again showing about a 60% chance of development. And of course, Beta in the Gulf of Mexico, tropical storm. In case you hadn't heard, last week and into the weekend, we ran out of our regular names with Tropical Storm Wilfred, and we are now into the Greek alphabet. So we already had Alpha over Portugal, over toward Europe, believe it or not. And now we've got Tropical Storm Beta. We'll talk about Beta coming up in just a little bit. Back to the mid-Atlantic, Teddy is a large hurricane, winds of about 110 almost miles per hour. So it's not quite a major hurricane yet, but it is fairly close. The good news at this time is it's heading north and looks like it's going to be affecting areas around Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, but not the United States. Back to the Gulf of Mexico, Beta has been a disorganized mess over the last couple of days, but you'll notice again that we are starting to see that swirl come into shape. We are starting to see a little bit more structure out there, and this is going to be important because it may maintain its tropical storm status right until about landfall. But once these things move over the land surface, they get cut off from their supply of moisture. But this one looks like it's going to be riding the coastline for a while, which means that because of that motion rotating counterclockwise, it's going to be able to pull a lot of moisture onshore with this as it becomes a tropical storm. And oh look, making its way up and closer to our area in the Mid-South, which means we could be picking up some pretty decent amounts of rainfall. And the computer model's in pretty good agreement about this, basically taking it northeast, which means it may affect our weather, especially if it heads south of us down towards, say, Jackson, Mississippi, Louisiana, southern Mississippi, in that area. That's where we'll be picking up the best chance of rain shoveled up and onshore. How much are we talking about? Well, it doesn't look like much for right now. Radar this morning from around Corpus Christi and Houston showing again bands of rainfall and that ice structure starting to form, but it's too close to the land at this point in time that hopefully we'll not be seeing any major concerns out of this, at least where it comes to hurricane status. Gusty winds, heavy rainfall, yes, but hurricane, that doesn't appear likely for Beta at this time. Heavier amounts of rainfall, the red and orange down toward the Gulf of Mexico. That's where we're talking about maybe half a foot of rainfall plus for Houston back over to around Lake Pontchartrain, the New Orleans area. We will see, again, closer to where we are located here in the Mid-South. The purple category is showing, again, mostly just about maybe possibly around 2 inches of rainfall, and again, that's for eastern Arkansas and northwestern Mississippi. So we will see a chance of some rainfall, but it does not look like a washout according to the National Weather Service in Memphis. It also does not look like the deluge that are going to be getting down on the coastline, which is typical for this time of the year, picking up some of that very heavy rainfall down that direction. So very good news on that. National Weather Service again for Teddy from earlier, showing it heading up over the Canadian Maritimes and not really a threat for us. Here in the Mid-South, again, we are not showing hazardous weather, no severe weather to detect for right now, no forecast of any severe weather, so good news on there. For the next couple of days, the Weather Underground 10-day forecast showing a beautiful day today. Temperatures back in the upper 70s to lower 80s, but as we head through about Wednesday, we're looking at a pretty good chance of rainfall, maybe about an inch and a half plus of rain on Wednesday, and high temperatures High temperatures only back into the mid to upper 60s. So that's going to be feeling rather nice. Nice little taste of autumn. By the way, happy last day of summer. Autumn officially begins tomorrow at about 8:23 in the morning. So the last full day of summer is today. We're about ready to change seasons and get into something new here. Temperatures remain pretty mild over the next few days. As we go toward the weekend, we may warm up with more sunshine back into the mid 80s or so, and then back into the mid 70s as it looks like we have another cold front aiming for the mid-south to give us some slightly nicer temperatures, especially right after the very warm weekend going on with temperatures back into the mid 80s, mid to upper 70s as we go into the final few days of September, getting ready to cross into October. Where has the time gone? Speaking of time, we're coming up on that severe weather season number 2 in the Mid-South area. That's October through about December. And now, right now, when nothing is going on, is the perfect time to get ready for severe weather. National Weather Service, because of the pandemic, will be teaching the Skywarn Spotter training courses online. So you'll be able to take it from the comfort of your living room, your office, your school classroom, wherever. And to get more information about what's going on, you can contact the National Weather Service. The first class will be held 1 week from tonight. That'll be Monday, September 28th. There is no county assigned to this just yet, so far it looks like that's a free-for-all. Anybody can join on stuff like that. You do need to register to let the National Weather Service know how many people will be showing up. But outside of that, totally free, great opportunity to learn more. What you learn is what to look for before, during, and what to report after severe weather hits. You become the eyes and ears of the National Weather Service by becoming a Skywarn volunteer. Now again, and I want to reemphasize this is a spotter training course. This is not a chase course. You want to learn how to chase storms? Great, fine and dandy. Do it the right way. Only be trained by experts, and only make certain you chase after you know what you're doing. Do not become, in the words of Professor Charles Doswell, a storm chasing yahoo. Take these courses first and learn about severe weather, how it forms, what it can do, what direction it often moves, how you can avoid getting caught in a severe weather situation by keeping an eye on the weather. All that information, again, is available through the National Weather Service. How do you get there? Go to the National Weather Service forecast office in Memphis. How do you get there? Very easily. Go to weather.gov, weather.gov. Scroll down to the map, which shows the watches, warnings, and advisories across the United States. Click on the Mid-South area, which will take you to the National Weather Service in Memphis. Click on the headline that says, Become a Skywarn Storm Spotter. Click here for Fall 2020 training webinars, and poof, you're there. You can learn more about it. You can take the classes by county. There is not one for Shelby County at this point in time. Probably will be assigned a little bit later on, but mostly, again, you can take these classes by county. And again, next week, Monday the 28th is going to be your first opportunity, and on Tuesday the 29th, your second opportunity to get more information. Register for the course, take it. I've seen kids as young as 8 or 9 become storm spotters. Great opportunity for kids to get a handle over what feels like a very scary, uncontrollable situation. If you have knowledge ahead of time, that's going to help you to not panic and to make certain everybody around you stays a lot calmer. So please keep that in mind. Stay tuned to my social media websites, and of course we'll keep you updated on all that information going on out there in the next several days. Contact information, and of course the possibility of severe weather, which right now appears to be very much on the low side, but again bears watching as we go out of September and into October, which can be one of the busiest severe weather seasons of the year. Don't believe me? Ask the people in around Collierville and Germantown about where Houston High School is, as a tornado came through that area very late in the season. So it can happen to this area very easily at this time of the year. We'll keep our eyes on the tropics. We'll also keep our eyes on anything else interesting going on. Stay tuned again to my social media networks for more, or email me up there at meteorologistaustinonek@gmail.com if you'd like to get in touch. And again, stay tuned for a lot more. We'll keep you updated out there. Live and direct from House Onek, I'm meteorologist Austin Onek. You've been watching Weather from Oz, weather podcast information for the Mid-South. Stay tuned for more, and thanks for joining us for this Monday morning.